Good morning, Excellencies, Excellency Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister, and Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Excellencies, esteemed ASEAN ambassadors, esteemed and respect members of the National Parliament, distinguished members of the diplomatic community, esteemed UN Rep, members of the UN family, Excellencies. For me, it's an honor to again join you all here to celebrate ASEAN Day. Special warmest greetings to His Excellency President Joko Widodo, who guides ASEAN in 2023. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, founded on 8 August 1967, at the height of the Vietnam War, the Cold War, in Bangkok, Thailand, with the signing of the ASEAN Declaration, known as Bangkok Declaration, by the founding fathers, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. It took several years before Brunei Darussalam joined on 7 January 1984, Vietnam on 28 July 1995, Laos, PDR, and Myanmar on 23 July 1997, and Cambodia on 30 April 1999. ASEAN aspirational and inspirational goal is economic growth, social progress, and cultural development, striving towards regional peace and stability with the rule of law and the principles enshrined in the UN Charter as its bedrock was very much part of ASEAN founding fathers' vision. With some of the fastest growing economies in the world, notwithstanding inevitable uneven regional economic growth, the combined GDP of the ASEAN countries became the envy of many and earned them the nickname Tiger economies. In 2003, ASEAN launched the ASEAN community based on three pillars, namely ASEAN Security Community, ASEAN Economic Community, and the ASEAN Social Cultural Community. The 10 stalks of rice in the ASEAN flag and insignia symbolizes the bond that should glue the Southeast Asian countries in a community committed to solidarity. Two words, one concept would be added, human fraternity. In this concept, each of us exists in the acceptance and respect of the other being, regardless of the outer layer of each community, skin color, language, culture, tradition, spiritual and religious belief, political organization. In fact, an immutable richness of Southeast Asia community is its unique diversity, and the success of the organization should be measured how it has evolved and progressed in such rich diversity. At its 56th anniversary celebration, there should be justified jubilation for the undeniable achievements, though tempered by profound sorrow over the setbacks and tragic loss of life occurring in one ASEAN member state. And in such circumstances, every diplomatic resource available to the regional family should be mobilized to treat the wounds and root causes of the extreme ill threatening the family member and the good name of the entire community. Timor-Leste was born over centuries of gestation, first from the early arrivals and settlements 40,000 years ago, followed by a second wave some 10,000 years ago, and a third wave less than 1,000 years ago. What is the modern-day concept of Timor-Leste began its gestation some 500 years ago in the encounter between the peoples of Southeast Asia and European adventurers, opportunity, and the world seekers mixed with few Christian missionaries. Came Portuguese traders, then the Dutch pirates and the amateur empire builders who squeezed the weakened Portuguese out of the region, and then borders agreed by the Europeans. Fast forward to 1976, as part of Indonesia between 1976 and 1999, Timor-Leste had almost a quarter of a century of ASEAN family membership. Logic would suggest this membership should have continued from being part of Indonesia and ASEAN and continue on as a member state. This did not happen, and it was entirely understandable. In 2000 2002, still under temporary UN administration, I accompanied His Excellency Shannon Wismount in a tour of all ASEAN capitals to reach out, clarify past differences and wrongs, shake hands, reconcile, and thank ASEAN countries for their critically important role in the stabilization, peace building, and the state building of the new Timor-Leste. ASEAN countries played central roles in 1999 to 2003 and again in 2006 all the way to the end of 2012. Your engagement continued after the departure of the last UN peacekeeper. Timorese by the hundreds went on to study in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam. Timorese civil servants, diplomatic officials, development workers, civil society members undertook training and capacity building trips to Brunei, Cambodia, Laos. Trade between Timor-Leste and other ASEAN countries began to see figures going up. Today, more than half of our trade is with fellow ASEAN neighbors, particularly, of course, Indonesia. This will only increase in the years to come. We have established embassies in all 10 ASEAN member states, and soon an ambassador will be appointed to ASEAN Secretariat. In Jakarta, we already have a deputy foreign minister for ASEAN. Timor-Leste has consistently supported ASEAN countries' candidacies for UN bodies. To the extent that there is a consensus among ASEAN countries on a specific country situation in the region or globally, we always voted with our ASEAN partners and friends. We are prepared to join ASEAN and becoming a member, and in becoming a member, we will always strive for consensus, promote dialogue, and support regional mediation and dialogue to prevent differences and tension from escalating into open armed conflict. We would join ASEAN with a vast wealth of experience and wisdom, but tempered by humility and cognizant that we will be new to the organization and must continue to learn, to listen more than talk, learn more than lecture, be ready whenever asked to share our rich but modest experience. Congratulations, ASEAN, for this marvelous experiment, for the long journey beginning in the height of the Cold War, witnessing its end, the end of the Cold War, and now in the digital age, witnessing extraordinary innovations, being creators of new solutions for new challenges, anticipate the challenges of the next 50 years. God bless you all. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your remarks. Your Excellency, you may now start the cake cutting ceremony.
Thank you, Excellency.
Please remain at the front, Your Excellencies. Now we kindly invite the Vice Prime Minister as well ministers and Vice Ministers of the Ninth Constitutional Government who are present here today to join the group for a photo session. Your Excellencies. All right. Satu, dua, tiga.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ida Ruatolu. Ida Ruatolu. Okay.